I believe that experience is your best teacher.
Experience is always going to be the best teacher.
Experience is the best teacher.
If it ain't but, experience is the best teacher.
You know, they say the best teacher is experience, and I wholeheartedly agree with that.
I got a question. Is experience really the best teacher? And how much do we learn from our experiences as opposed to awareness? Okay. For instance, example, we all know some old fools, okay? We know some people that have gotten up in age, they're older, and they've lived through a lot of experiences, right? And yet they are still none the wiser. We know some people that have gotten older, they have passed on to the afterlife or next life or whatever have you, and they left here and they were ignorant, right? They were old fools, old and ignorant. We know of those people, many of us do. So I have to ask the question, is experience the best teacher? Because if experience is the best teacher, how do you have 80 years of experience and you still a damn fool? So I feel like it has to be another element there, right? Possibly the element of awareness, right? We've all heard the saying that to be aware is to be alive, right? The first step is admitting that. We hear that phrase uttered oftentimes in addiction, right? Where you're not going to come out of addiction if you aren't aware that you have a problem, right? It's the same thing with being a fool. You're not going to stop being a fool if you aren't aware of you being a fool. So you've had a lot of experiences. You've had, again, 80, 90 years of experience, and yet you're still an idiot. Now, we do know that there's a such thing as willful ignorance, right? Self-delusion, where there are people that just rather not face the music, face the truth, right? There are people that don't want to be accountable, right? And so it benefits them, it's more conducive and auspicious for them to live in denial, right? Because again, to be accountable, that takes a great deal of self-awareness. And so again, a lot of people like that. So, and then there's an element of unconscious, right? You really are ignorant to the fact. You are none the wiser, right? You just really don't know any better. So there are different elements, but at the end of the day, I feel like it has to be some form of awareness. It's not just experience, because again, I know people that have had a very consistent experience. They've experienced the same thing for 20 years. Come the 21st year, they are still none the wiser. And so again, I look at it and I just have to ask the question, is it experience that's the best teacher, or is it a added element called awareness? I need you guys to get in the comment section and let me know what your thoughts are about this. If you enjoyed this video, give it a big thumbs up. If you are a subscriber, I'd like to thank you for being a subscriber. If you're not a subscriber, I don't know what you're doing, okay? But I'd like to encourage you to go ahead and hit that subscribe button. In my personal opinion, I don't think you're going to be disappointed in doing so, okay? So with all that being said, I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. I will be back very shortly with more of my unpopular thoughts. In closing, here's a snippet of an example. Possibly.
I don't think I'm wrong. I don't think I'm wrong. And if I'm wrong, I want Keith Lee to tell me.
After I said out loud in detail what we deemed the money to be used towards, I also said y'all can divvy it out how y'all feel necessary. Meaning, after the money hits, because it's a POS system, it don't hit the same day. Y'all can send it out through Apple Pay, through Zelle, through Cash App, through check, through cash. However y'all feel necessary to spread it amongst the team. I thought and I still think that that's a very clear statement. But it's being misconstrued, in my opinion, intentionally misconstrued, that I said and the mom and the son can say who get the money and who don't get the money.
If I'm not mistaken,
now you see something. Now you see now, you done fucked up, you know that, don't you?
I
See what I'm saying?
I thought.
So, you know what I'm saying? That you done fucked up now. You know that, don't you?